Sorry about that.
So at what point you got cut off? Because
Right, apologies. Dania, you're about to go outside of the black van that you guys are in and trick, presumably anyway, the security officer that's standing on guard.
yeah,
I
he's
described
present.
Dania like going out of the van, like suddenly same like looks like the same guy, but now he's dressed with a suit,
Okay.
like a G-man suit, and he approaches the guard, flips out her phone that now looks like a badge because of her simming, and shows it up to him. It's like Department of Homeland Defense or however it's called.
Homeland Security.
Yeah, Department of Homeland Security, and she's like, I need you to let us through, and then make sure that no one gets in. There is a potential situation. Thank you for your compliance or something like that, basically.
Yeah, makes perfect sense for why that would give you guys express access and leave you alone. Make me a deceit roll. This won't. When you're trying to trick someone, it goes against their empathy, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that wasn't a good roll.
Yeah, that's the supernatural way of doing things. Let's see if it's good enough though. Oh.
After he saw the roll, can he like after seeing the other roll, can he decide to like use a fate point?
Usually, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you can still apply aspects after the dice has been rolled.
I'm going to have to use 2 fate points in order to surpass him. So I'm gonna invoke Half-Elf Illusionist.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't trust me, and you shouldn't either, because I'm an excellent liar.
Yes, you are.
So
you successfully invoke.
Yeah, I'm gonna use them both because chances are I'm gonna have to do it anyways.
Sure, you successfully invoke. But were you thinking of re-rolling?
Yeah, I was thinking of re-rolling, but just like no.
Well, he used 2 fate points, so he gets 6 total right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you're fine. You successfully do this. The woman who's standing guard is slightly taken aback. It's like she had a pretty concerned, worried look on her face as 2 black vans rolled up, and a guy in a suit walked out. She was a bit like pretty much already on the phone calling him back up, and then you walk up to her, flip open the things like, hey, members of Homeland Security, we're here doing
as the bands are rolling in, I will ask a couple more questions, like, is there any more stuff inside?
Stuff. Well, there's nobody else here apart from me today. Is that what you mean? I don't.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm the only one here today.
To stay outside, keep an eye out, and for God's sake, keep the radio silence.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for your cooperation. And I will get in the van again, and hopefully we'll be free to go and do our stuff.
Yeah, you get back into the van. You've gotten past it for now, but you can tell she was still a little like, why do you need 2 black vans for Homeland Security? Why do you need? But she does open, like she takes off the chain, taking the 2 link fences together and pulls it open for you, and gives you the sort of wave to go in. The drivers, yep, certainly. You guys go in, and you drive straight up to the Fort McHenry. The fort is just the one place really, but it does have if anybody, well, it's a national monument, so it's potential that you guys might have been here before. You know that it's a bit, it's a big. The actual heritage site is the big fort, and it is like a medieval type castle, but it's quite large, and there's also quite a few underground areas attached to it. But as you're sort of, you're driving up to, the parking lot really at this point, didn't I say earlier? So that was the entrance to the parking lot. So you guys have the parking lot, and then there's gates where you have to pay to get in, which have the revolving side doors on to get into the park itself. So you're not going to be able to drive all the way up to Fort McHenry. You are going to have to get out and walk.
Okay, but we heard from her that technically apart from her, nobody else should be inside. So we might think that if somebody shows up other than us, and better, if he starts shooting or shouting, then we are pretty sure then we have a hostile.
Yeah, you're pretty sure. Like that's a safe assumption that if nobody else is here, anybody that is here because Eric wants them here. And they
so
are.
I guess
Yes,
we park up, disembark, like lock and load, and figure it out like where would be the sacrificial ritual place.
Yeah, can we figure that out?
Yeah, you can. Damocles has given you information that it's he's trying to do it on a ley line. And I'm sure in the supernatural world there is a lot of information running around on the ley lines in America, particularly here in Baltimore. And if anybody's going to know about that, probably going to be Astra. If she wants to give me a lore roll, or the Paranet as well. If anybody wants to give me a lore roll.
Not me.
Well, Damocles, do you know where it is?
No. I know it's here. That's as much as Eric told me about it.
Okay, I'll try to reach out with my third eye and sense along the conduits of magic, I guess. Gain +5. Oh, yeah, your finely tuned third eye, your sixth sense that can perceive the presence of supernatural things. Use sensitive to your lore. Gain +2 to your lore whenever you're using as a line of substitute. Pick on the presence of supernatural. Yes, you pick up on multiple instances of the supernatural sort of in your way. There's a massive current of the supernatural running directly underneath Fort McHenry. In geographic sort of terms, you suspect that it's one of the chambers that this is going to be taking place in. On top, though, you're detecting supernatural entities, like supernatural presences around the fort as well on the upper side that seem particularly, well, as your stunt says, icky. Seem very gross, and there's dark evil magic surrounding the top of the fort. It'd have to be the top, wouldn't it? Point.
Yeah, so breaking that down into sort of game terms, the ley line is below, but seems quite likely that Eric has positioned potentially Thralls up top. There's one that seems even more like just gross than the rest. One that like you can't help but be drawn to. That seems like bigger. That isn't Eric.
So
I'll grab a visitor's map and start laying it out.
Do we know where we are going?
Well, as far as you're aware, the ley line is under Fort McHenry, and there's only one way to get underground that, and that's to go up to where Fort McHenry is, and then go underground from there. So you're aware of where you think you need to go from Astra's sensing, I suppose.
Okay, don't know if he expects us, but prepare for the war. So I'd suggest that we do not stick in groups. It will be easier to pick us up. So like spread out, stay focused, try to survive.
Should I scout ahead though? I can look up and tell you if I see anything or anyone waiting for us.
We already know.
Yeah, but I can tell you where they are. Or no, it's up to you. You know these things better than I do.
We know they are there, more or less. This won't change anything. And waiting for you to scout, it will only waste time.
Lizard comes up beside you guys. So right, don't mean to interrupt, but are we expecting resistance getting up to the top?
Well, as you
Trolls.
mentioned, he has trolls. He probably will have trolls.
Right. Well, that's frustrating. Well, they're not the most agile of things, and I found out a couple of bullets generally puts them down. We'll keep a lookout, but I reckon it shouldn't be too much trouble to just walk directly there. Damocles hasn't moved from the van since it's still sunny out.
Yeah, well, we are not waiting for the sun to go down, so
No, yeah, he hasn't moved yet. He's still just chilling in the van. He's looking out of it. You sort of think he's trying to find like the best route to just like sprint underground. Yeah, he's.
A hat appears on Damocles.
Okay, he will be like
I'm sorry, no.
later
I'll-
able backup or something. I don't want to waste any more.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Of course, as we are going, I'm just like ready, like dreading and anticipating the moment when like bullets starts flying. Because as I said,
I will
Uh,
still like
Well,
I will still like walk ahead like a corner or whatever where we're going, and I will turn myself invisible.
Okay, you'll bail yourself just to. Right. It's the fort is a. Since it's a national heritage site, it's since been sort of made a bit, sprucey. It's in the middle of a kind of a park sort of area. So it's not like dense forestry, but there are like a few trees around. There's a direct path all the way up to Fort McHenry, which does have trees and forestry surrounding it by either sides.
yes, I suggested that we spread out and like go from tree to tree, from bush to bush, from cover to cover.
That's fine. You do that. Lizard agrees with you. That's probably a good idea. He carries on. Everybody, give me an alertness roll.
Is that an initiative roll?
Not for the moment. It's
Okay.
just for what you guys see, because eventually you will run into
Just
them.
asking because I have that stand. So I need to know.
Yeah. Actually, Dania has that as well now, doesn't she? Right.
Yeah, I get transport.
Yeah. Dania and Martin. Sorry, Astra. As you guys are strolling through, you are seeing. You sort of see some rustling up ahead, and you see what is a group of thralls, all armed with guns, standing up ahead you. And you, Martin, in this group behind them, also see that standing directly behind them is a ghoul. A cannibal ghoul. Standing behind them, looking all kinds of ghoulish.
Okay, so
That's it.
because before I'd say that my character, before he went to the police, he had some short like military training and whatnot. So he like pulls his back to one of the trees. He like shows the signal like knuckle, like his hand goes into like knuckle and like shows that like enemy contact, and like prepare. And I just like take careful aim with my handgun. I know the range might be bad, but I still like take a few moments to just like steady my breath, steady my position, and like take aim at the ghoul, because I guess he's the more of a danger than the thralls.
Yes, you probably just having to deal with stuff on the floor. Don't probably have much of an intelligent sort of hierarchy. Well, like a supernatural hierarchy, like what's more dangerous than something else. Like, but you know, there's four thralls in this group and one ghoul. So like logic dictates that the one is probably the scariest motherfucker.
Yeah, so that's
So, yeah,
what
you
I'm
could,
doing. I don't know what the others react, because I showed them not trying to speak loudly, not even whispering, that
Yeah.
we have contacts, like prepare for firefight.
Yeah. Astra, at seeing this, because presumably you three are in the same sort of small group, you've spread out, but I imagine you haven't like gone off on your own.
Yeah, our group tries to like
Yeah.
keep each other in like visual contact.
That's fine. Astra,
Yeah.
you see this group as well now then, and you definitively know that the ghoul is a lot scarier than the thralls. That's a quite significant threat.
Yeah.
You try to motion to.
Can you like, I don't know, give me a lore check to like give me a like aspect, like what's the weakness of the
Oh,
ghoul, so
damn
I
it.
know where I need to shoot.
Do we have time for that?
Oh
Or is it
wow!
fun?
Okay, so you Astra saw there sort of ended up being like 12 of you coming in. There's you three. There's a group of 5 being led by Lizard, and there's a different group of 4, and then there's 13, and then Damocles, who is nowhere. That was for the group of 4 to notice that you're telling them they're not going to get any sort of ambush bonus. But the group with Lizard, hey, he sees them and starts looking out for more of them on his side, and perhaps might get some sort of bonus when shit hits the fan. But yes, Astra, if you want to do a sort of lore check on ghouls, you're welcome to.
To give me an advantage on my roll when I take the shot on
Yeah.
the ghoul.
Well,
If you
not
wanna-
only you, but the rest of the gang too. Like,
Yeah. So if there's time, I'll take a moment and remember what I know about these beasties.
Yeah, sure, that's fine. Give me a lore roll. It won't be too. Give it +1 as well, since you're remembering a particular subsect of arcane lore. So
Okay.
So 4, yeah, that's fine. So ghouls are similar to sort of thralls, where in one form they can look completely human. However, that one is currently in ghoul form, and in ghoul form they look like hunched over, grey-skinned fiends, like covered in short, wiry hair. The description in the book, in fact, says they have the worst features of mankind, hyena, and baboons all mixed together. Yeah, they're very, very bony, very grotesque. It's not a adult ghoul, though. You know, this is one of the sort of normal, well, normal ones, really. Typically 1 in 10 make it to adulthood, and those ghouls are fucking terrifying. This one, thankfully, isn't one of those. They are, well, you know that they're affected by holy water. They sort of have a complete inability to control their appetites for long, and they are really kind of dumb. They're sort of the only weaknesses that you can think of, though.
So we just have to do a lot of damage if we want to, or ideally we just avoid it.
Or avoid it, yeah.
I am no good at stealth.
I am, but I'm not going in alone.
Maybe we could make a distraction to make it easier to sneak past. And by we, I mean you, Danny.
Okay. I could like appear as Eric and engage them in conversation. I don't know. Tell them to come here and then you ambush them.
Potentially. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna. I'm gonna let both groups, well, all the groups know. Are we alone? Like I remember you said there were like 3 groups, but are we all here
Yeah.
or?
Yeah, because you sort of spread out. There's backup. Oh, also, let me just realize those aspects aren't applicable anymore. You 3 are alone in your own group, but like 10, 12 feet to the right, there's a group of 4 guards, like a few feet in front of them and to the left, there's Lizard's group, and there's Damocles somewhere.
In the van, presumably.
Well, he might be. He might have left by now. He's a speedy motherfucker.
That's true. I will.
Yeah.
I will tell them then, all the groups, that to set up an ambush. Like we'll decide, like I guess, somewhere that the path goes between some trees or something.
Yeah.
We can see the ghouls from where we are, though.
Sorry, you can see them, yes, but they currently can't see you. But if you do much to draw your attention to themselves, I will probably ask for some sort of stealth to alertness roll off.
I mean, we don't need much shells, and I mean, if I make them turn around, you can just shoot them in the back. Yeah, well, I will do that then. I will go towards behind them. I'm still invisible, so I'm gonna try to come from behind them. If I can. Should I roll stealth
you
for that?
can try.
Well,
yeah.
Actually, that's what the veil does. It's a block against being perceived, I think. I think it's described in the...
Well, sorry, say that again?
That's what the veil does.
To complete... Yes, sorry, yes.
Yeah.
If you veil, I need to... Yeah. So you veil first, sorry, and then if something happens...
so it's my DC against attempts to discover me.
Yes. Sorry, right. So you veil, yep. And...
So do you want me to roll to see if I can get in position?
How are you trying to go around them then?
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm assuming that Eric is somewhere behind them, like on the other side of them. So I'm gonna try to come from that direction, looking like Eric.
Sure. You can try and sort of sneak that way in. You sort of go. You guys are to like the left of the path. You can sort of like sneak to the path, walk straight, go into the Fort McHenry. Whilst you're in here, though, give me another alertness roll.
So we can just bypass them?
Well, I mean, he can since he's invisible.
I also need to make.
No, sorry. This is
just Danny. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. This is just Danny as now.
Okay.
She's in the actual fort of herself. Fort, yes. Now that you're here, you can see that there's a few more groups positioned around. It's not just these ghouls and that. There's a few more thralls sort of positioned to the round. They seem to be like almost. It seems like they were strategically placed at some point, and now they've just sort of wandered into where they are now. it's like you can imagine like if the Thralls were a bit more spread out and the Ghoul was actually placed to the left a bit and the other Thralls were here, like that would actually be a really good defensive perimeter. But they've clearly just gotten bored and like wandered around a bit, and now they're just in clusters everywhere. But altogether, from what you can see anyway, there seems to be about like 8, 9 Thralls, all with handguns. There seems to be 2 Ghouls wandering around. Well, 2 total. 1 to the left and 1 in the middle, quite well, relatively close to where you are, sort of in front of what looks to be some stairs heading downwards.
I will send like video and text to both Astra and Martin, like detailing all this information. And I will propose that you guys attack, and when these people start reacting, I will try to interfere and maybe give you a few more seconds of mayhem so you can push through them or something.
Well, I taught you how to deal with that stuff, Dania, so okay, I will trust you with this.
If a ghoul tries to punch me, he's going to eat me.
What?
If a ghoul tries to punch me, like he's going to eat me. Yeah. So my dealing with it basically consists on not having to deal with it. But yeah. That's the idea. So you guys do your thing now. I will stay here hidden, and I will get as close. Like I'll get close to the ghoul who I think is going to be like reacting to the attack, not the one who's going to get hit first.
Right. Okay. Yeah. The one closest to you, not the one closest to Astra and Martin. Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, so I will probably begin with my first shot that I was aiming.
Yes. I think it's safe to say here that Martin and Astra, you can both have a free attack before we go into initiative, since it's an ambush at this point, essentially. They haven't noticed you.
Mark, go.
The way
squeeze the trigger.
The way ambushes are usually done, like this kind of thing is usually done in Dresden files, is the victim rolls to defend, but rolls to defend only with the dice, without the skill.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to ask. Yeah. Okay. Well.
So
Martin,
basically, like they get an attack, and then you roll initiative, and then it's the normal thing. But that first attack, it without their skill.
Yeah. Well, we still need to figure out which one goes first, Martin or Astra, I suppose. So, does everybody just want to roll initiative, so we will have it when it comes into play?
Yeah. Question, because I kinda asked. So, do I need to roll initiative first, or?
Yeah, we'll roll initiative first, just so we have that for when it's applicable.
So my initiative is, oh my god, is 4.
You are so disappointed.
Oh, that was a
He was waiting for me.
Yeah.
Well, better
Daniel,
for that roll.
did you roll? Do you want to roll initiative? Holy shit!
That's a waste of a roll, though.
Wow.
Jesus Christ Almighty. Okay.
I'm just gonna be waiting. Nothing to do now.
Jesus. Okay, 1 second. Okay, so for FUDGE group number 1, since now we'll get initiative as well, but that might happen off screen if it's not important, because if you guys don't see it, then it doesn't matter. Lizards group. Damocles is actually around, so oh shit. He gets money initiative. That's a good.
Oh, that's swag.
And then of course bad guys. We have Thrall with their terribleness. Well, actually, it's not that bad. And Thrall group number 2. Jesus. and of course the ghouls. Okay, right, so there we are. And of course, all of this at the moment is pointless because the only three people in initiative order are you three. So, Dania, you rolled highest with the 11, holy Christ. So you technically get to act first, although since you're waiting for the ghoul, I imagine you're going to hold your action. Dania.
Sorry, what?
No,
I didn't hear.
Sorry, yes. Sorry, you've technically rolled highest, so you go first. But
Yeah.
since you're waiting on the ghouls, are you holding your action?
Oh, I guess I could make a maneuver to get them confused.
Oh, yeah.
I'll make a maneuver with my deceit. I will look like Eric,
Right.
and I'm gonna create an aspect that the boss is here.
Yeah.
For example.
Roll your deceit.
Is that a
yeah.
second? Is that's the second in a roll for you?
No, I'm not rolling wrong. Like it's the same command, so I can roll minuses. Okay, I don't know if you get anything extra for rolling so high. Like I don't think Dresden Files has boosts. Like that's something they introduced in core.
I don't think so. I can't remember reading anything about that in the rules, so I could be wrong.
Well, it's with, they call it with style, I think, but I don't know what that does. Yeah, I don't think it does anything in this version. So it's fine. I'll just.
Martin, you're next.
Okay, so question, because I kinda asked Astra when she was doing that roll on lore for the ghoul, if that could act as a boost for my roll.
Oh, that was a maneuver for yeah. We can do that. That seems fair. The maneuver, don't know, called something like I don't even know. Knowledge is power.
Ghouls are idiots.
Ghouls. Or strike its head for massive damage.
I like that better than the one I came up with. Damn it. Go back to select view. But yes, you do have a
okay, so I'm doing my
an aspect.
guns roll with
So I think
basically +5.
My aspect is going to be like all of them, like all the ghouls and all the thralls, turn around to look at me. So all my companions get like those extra 2 seconds to come up, get in a good position, aim and shoot or whatever, if they want to use it.
Yeah.
Okay, so ghoul rolls a defense with like simple 4.
Yep.
Dice.
He rolls just an all dice.
Okay, so this is just 7 is roll and my weapon is 3, so the total is 10.
10. Yep. Okay. 1 second. Human toughness.
I really doubt I will one-shot kill him, but I hope for at least some consequences.
Where are we?
Well, it depends on if he's a monk or he's like a stronger. I think ghouls don't have toughness; they have recovery. Usually, this is meta, of course.
Yeah. Yes. Recovery.
But yeah, 10 is probably enough to. Well,
yes. So that's armor. No. So yeah, 10 damage fixes the thing. Enemies have access to what consequences?
depends on the level of the enemy, basically.
Yeah.
I think it's usually only like the like the boss characters tend to have like severe and extreme.
Yeah.
Moderate is quite hard already, like, and that's like a lieutenant kind of character, I think. And moderate is mild is someone who isn't a mook, but who isn't very important either.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the supernatural recovery gives ghouls the ability to get rid of mild consequences, so they must at least be able to take them. Moderate probably going up.
A ghoul should be able to.
Yeah, moderate probably going up a bit too far, maybe. Oh, actually, yeah, fucking hell. Actually, doesn't even matter if the ghoul did have being able to take moderate as well with 10 bloody damage.
How hard? Like how many?
Yeah, how many hitboxes? Yeah, well, not hitboxes. Sorry, but how many stress boxes it has? Yeah, I know. But doing the maths, that still won't matter. Yeah, you pretty much one-shot the thing. With the new armor-piercing rounds.
It's not armor-piercing, but dum-dum. It's like different type. They sometimes call them cup killers because armor-piercing it just goes straight through the armor, but dum-dum, it goes inside the target, and inside the target it explodes. Like a...
Oh, those rounds,
a miniature, like thousands of shrapnels, just the bullet explodes and just makes like a shreds your inside. So I imagine like I have like this perfect moment of presence, the perfect like aimed shot with my trusty handgun, steady breath, and just like say goodbye motherfucker, and then just like boom, bang, and then in the slow motion camera pans in as the bullet just goes straight inside the fucker's eye, and then it just explodes his head.
Yep, I'm good for that. That's pretty much how that happens, as the ghoul does pretty much heads explode behind the thralls. This is a mark off for that ghoul. It explodes and just body falls down as all of the thralls standing in front of it have that moment of shit. That's not supposed to happen normally. As Astra, you've got a one action now before all hell breaks loose.
I can spend fate for a +2 after rolling, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I will. Well, I guess I'll try rolling my weapons to see if I get a +4. I probably won't. No. So I am going to invoke.
Well, before if you're targeting one of the thralls in front of you, then aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the obviously this is still technically an ambush round, so they don't get to roll their defense. So you still might actually hit, which you do.
Yeah, you can tag.
Okay, I'll leave it then, I guess.
I was gonna say
3, and what's your weapon?
You and
it's a 2 weapon, so it's gonna be 5. Oh no, sorry, it's just a 1 weapon. So maybe I'll throw an invoke on that just to make sure I kill him.
Kill one of the thralls in front of you.
So I'm gonna invoke helping Martin. So because I've helped him with different things, maybe he showed me a little bit about how guns work, or I've seen him use it before.
Yeah.
So
have any of you invoked the aspect I put, the one
the boss is here. Not yet, but that wouldn't be immediate. That wouldn't be immediately.
I invoked Ghoul weak spot.
Yeah, the bosses here wouldn't necessarily apply to this pack of thralls, just because they wouldn't have noticed you changing into Eric.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want to invoke that, Astra, that's absolutely fine. Knock off a fate point, and we'll bump your total from 1 up to 3.
So total hit is for 6.
Yes, it is. It's turn ahead for 6, and one of the thralls in that group goes down as well. Do you want to describe how you kill it?
She's kind of breathing, and then she kind of goes ah, and closes her eyes and looks away. And then when she looks back, she's hit it through the head.
I like to imagine she opens her eyes, sees the one she was aiming at has gone down, and is just like, did I hit it or did it fall asleep? I don't understand. I don't know. I hope I killed it.
Or maybe she hit a different one than the one she was aiming, but through the head.
I have a Firefly moment of, hey, well done. I was aiming for its feet. Yes, okay, so that's the sort of ambush round done for you guys, for the PCs. So we'll now go back into normal initiative order. Donoghue, you'll still get another go because you rolled 11. Good Christ.
So, are you not going to do like the... Oh, we don't see them. I'm not really sure what to do, to be honest. Because
I was saying then for ambush round then, what do I take you guys out of the of the initiative and then just carry on going through, or do I give you guys one free go each and then go into initiative?
I get what you mean. Yeah, I'm just not sure what to do with my turn because I guess I'm gonna keep them distracted.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair. I mean,
I'm gonna start the aspect. I'm gonna start like giving them orders to go here and go there and do this and do that, and it's going to be pretty confusing.
Can hold your action, I suppose, or you can trying to think. Where's the list of all the things you are able to do in your turn?
Or I could make an assessment.
Yes, you could actually.
Yeah, no, but I think that's going to... I'm going to start giving them bullshit orders like, come here, no, go there, do this. No, you are the one who does it. I basically use my TC to keep them believing that I'm their boss and that, like create mass confusion. Confusion? Yeah, confusion.
Yeah, that's fair. You can try and deceive them, which won't be too difficult.
They should be able to, oh, thank God. Okay.
Yeah, you continue to cause panic as the ghouls don't exactly know what's happening. Because it's like, we're being attacked. Our boss is telling us to just be attacked. What? What boss? We should walk directly at the people firing at us. Okay.
No, you should do it with your barks turn.
Yeah. We should throw away our guns. Okay. You continue to make it very difficult for them to actually do anything productive. That was 11. Next one, highest. This is relevant just because you're the one next to it. The ghoul. You're ordering the ghoul, and it's almost it's really, really dumb. But it's so dumb, it's still like working through its like thought process, because it's like, my boss is in front of me, but he went behind me, but he is magic. And he's just sort of like standing there in a kind of, should that do what he says? But what about the other boss that's behind me? And he's still like trying to figure it out if you're actually is his boss. So he's just sort of like stunned there for a bit, like, I don't know what to do. when you see, you see a sort of a black blur rush behind you as Damocles full on sprinting shoulder barges the ghoul into like the stairs behind him as they roll down into the underground where there's shade. As Damocles and the ghoul go underground.
Well, good thing that he didn't mistake me for the actual Eric.
Yeah, I did actually. I secretly rolled alertness for that, and he did well. I was like, I really don't want to just like barrel into the back of you. That seems so unfair when it was a really smart play. Yeah. So he barrels into the ghoul, and they crash down away from the sun. I could have made this like much later and gave Damocles an easier time, but no, I didn't want to. Okay, so Damocles took out
him a hat. That's something.
Martin, background to you. You've got two. You've got 3 Frowls in front of you from the group of 4. The ghoul's dead. The Frowl the Astra shot is dead, and the other 3 are kind of now looking in your direction, like they're the people that probably shot us. Let's shoot them.
Well, I'm gonna shoot you. So
Yeah, you do that.
Put a smile. Say hello to my little friend, and I like unload another bullet. I don't know. Can you take 2 actions in 1 turn, but the second is like at -2? I had the one campaign in Fate that.
But it's usually not to attack if that's the kind of thing you are looking for.
I was gonna say typically like
Maybe they were using some like homebrew rules or something.
potentially
Like in Dresden Files RPG, you can take an additional action and you get a -1 to all your actions, but like you cannot attack twice. You can move, like you
Okay,
can, for example, sprint.
so that's 2. My weapon is 3, so I total for hit is 5.
Yeah, it's 5. One more goes down from the group as they very quickly now start readying their guns and start pointing them at you and Astra. Speaking of which, Astra, your turn.
All right, I'll take some pot shots, I guess.
Yeah, bro.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty good for me.
Oh, that's
Good.
nice.
Now you remembered to.
I'm getting the hang of. No, I'm not.
Oh, I was so hoping you were gonna hit.
A little to the left.
Yeah, you're so happy with your last kill that you tried to do like recreate the exact same thing where you aimed and then shot and closed your eyes at the same time, but this time you just missed. From the right side, you now start to see Lizard and Lizard's groups of men start opening up on the Frowls that they've got on their sides as the Frowls start shooting back. You know, couple of if anybody looks over to there, you see like 2 or 3 Frowls go down for every like 1 guy hits. Lizard seems to be directing orders quite well and keeping his men quite safe from being shot. But a few of them are getting hit. It seems like eventually they're going to win out though. They've got superior numbers and firepower. The 2 Frowls in front of you guys though are going to shoot you. They're gonna